Hey, I'm Ray. We've already spent a lot of time over the last few weeks talking about listing, and I provided 4 useful templates that you can tap into in your expression and break down information into pieces because that's easier for listeners to understand. But today we're going to talk about something brand new, pyramid principle. And this is a very good one for communication at work in particular. Why is that? We all know that we spend almost 80% of our lifetime on work. And work is a kind of activity that is totally different from amusement. The key to do a great job at work resides in solving your company's problems as soon as possible. So wasting of time is deadly. So what is pyramid principle? If I tell the story, if I do some reporting, we don't tell the whole story from the past to the present. We tell what listeners care the most first. And then if they keep asking more questions, we can go deeper and provide more details. So if I visualize this framework, it looks like a pyramid. The upper part is the centerpiece that we need to provide first. Then by going down, we kind of slowly and gradually expanding the content of our expression. So lower part provides more details. Take for example, you're a project manager and there was a fire in one of your company's factories. So you need to do some report to your boss. I think the better way to say is like this. Sir, we had a fire in one of our company's factories in Taichung, but luckily no one got hurt, and it only affected one of our production lines, and that can be fixed in 12 hours. As long as we pay extra 24 hours at work, so we can catch up on the schedule and won't delay orders this month. And according some preliminary investigation, some pipelines we changed for maintenance earlier this month had some quality issues and caused the oil leak. But the department in charge had already checked that out and considered to change to the new brand in the future in case such a thing happened again. So if you look at the case I just tell you closely, you can see that I tell my boss what he cares the most, which is how many people got hurt in this accident, and are there any impacts on our schedules. So after this, we can move on to the secondary information. We can tell him what's the reason for the fire. But if you tell the whole story from the past to the present, you following the timeline, he definitely don't have that time to wait for your finish. And he probably ask you, could you just get to the point? What does the maintenance earlier this month have to do with the fire? And I know someone might want to ask, okay, Ray, you're talking about get to the point as soon as possible, right? But how can I know that? How can I know what is the point? I think the best way to do this is by observation. We need to pay attention to every question that our listener asks the most every time. So for example, when it comes to human power distribution, your boss in the meeting, he always asks about, are these guys wearing 2 hats? Is there any case they still need to work on? So you can know that whether these guys can fully devote themselves to the case or not is the centerpiece. So next time you can do some preparation, and before he brings that up, you can provide him the answer beforehand. And I can tell you, he would be very surprised with this because he doesn't have to dig it out to get what he wants. You've already gave him. And this can save you tons of time in your work. So next time, if you have the chance to do the report, you can try this framework out, and you'll be surprised how useful it is. So this is today's video. I share with you what is pyramid principle. So I'll catch you in the next video.